Twin Time! Hi guys, welcome back to Twin Time. It's another Rubik's Cube video today, but this time it's one of my favorite videos because I will be teaching you two things. The first thing, I will be teaching you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. I already did a tutorial of this, but this time it's a new method. It's called Ortega method. It's a really fast method pros use. It's not too hard either. And yeah, if you get really good at it, you could average under 5 seconds. It's a really good method. I will also be teaching you guys how to disassemble your Rubik's Cube. So if you get dust in your Rubik's Cube or if it's just slow, you could easily disassemble it, easily put it back together. You could clean it, whatever you want. So I like to disassemble it because one time I got dust in it and it was slow and stuff. So I took it apart, I cleaned everything, and now it's a lot better. And yeah, you could also adjust it basically, how fast it turns. Not every Rubik's Cube could adjust though, but most of them can. So let's get it started. And also, the next video that's gonna come out is gonna be really cool. So if you're into Rubik's Cube, stay tuned and see the next Rubik's Cube video because I ordered a 15 by 15 Rubik's Cube and it's gonna be huge. I'm gonna do an unboxing on it and everything. So let's get it started. I brought a couple 2x2s. So the first step is you wanna get a pretty fast one. So this is my worst one. As you see, it gets stuck a lot. You can't go fast, pretty bad. Then this is my next best, pretty fast, it's fine. It's just a little slow. And this is probably my best one. I don't have a really nice one yet because, I don't know, I just haven't got one. But this one's pretty fast. I could do it pretty fast, just get stuck a little, but I'm going to be using this shiny one. So you could use whatever cube you want, but if you want to get really fast times, you got to use good cubes like this. So say for example, I'm inserting that white piece, it takes longer. So if I'm gonna do that algorithm, see how it's not that fast? It takes a while. So that's basically all you wanna do first is get a pretty fast cube. It will be a lot easier. We're gonna mix our cube all the way up and hope it doesn't get stuck. And yeah, so basically, before we go, I'm just gonna make sure you know this, but you'll have to learn 12 algorithms. They're not too hard, you just gotta memorize them, practice them every day, you'll get them. And once you learn this Ortega method, it's a really fun method because, yeah, it's a lot better doing it faster. So basically, I'll show you how it works. So how the Ortega method works is you look for what looks closest to being solved. Well, red is pretty close, so you solve one side. Then based on what you have, you solve the next side like that. And then here, you do one last algorithm to finish the cube. So it's really fun. All you're doing is solving one side, do an algorithm, a memorized algorithm out of, I believe, 7 algorithms you learn. And then you'll get the next side. And then you'll look for little bars and solve the rest of the cube. So that's all it takes. And yeah, so the first step, we're gonna look what side looks the closest to being solved. Well, yellow is the closest because yellow, there's 2 bars. You could easily move that bar, go 2 up, and it's solved. And for a beginner's method, you have to get the first layer. You don't need the first layer. You could literally just solve a side and it will work. See this blue side? Where's the blue piece? Okay, yeah, this blue side, see, I didn't get the first layer, but it doesn't matter. You don't need the first layer. That's why it's so fun. So yeah, let's mix it back up. Okay, we're gonna find what's closest to being solved. That might be white because we could just go like this and then maybe put in that last piece. So yeah, once you get the side, I'll show you some algorithms to get the next side. And before you do that, you gotta remember all the colors. So white, opposite of white is yellow. Opposite of blue is green. And opposite of orange is red. So when you're solving it, if your color, if you could do any color, say for example, I start with the blue side right here. Well, then next would be green to do up here. But if you can't do that and you're used to just doing one side and only doing white, then that's fine. So to get a lot faster, I recommend practice solving it using like the red side first or something, then you could be more used to that. So yeah, so we're gonna solve the first side, and we don't need the next layer. So red side, we're gonna start with that. And now this step, you're gonna flip it over. So if you wanna be faster, you could solve it upside down and then you don't have to flip it. So basically, I will start showing you the algorithms. And to memorize these algorithms, there's a lot of them. I recommend getting a paper. So this is what I used to memorize them. It did rip, but here's all the algorithms. So that's all the cases you could get near the end. There's some pretty long ones. So those are all different moves. So these are all the algorithms. And yeah, the first case, well, we're gonna look at orange. If you have, it's actually this case at the very top. See up here, we have one right there, and they kind of all go this way. So this is one case. Well, opposite of red is orange. So we're gonna have one orange piece on the top, and then we're gonna have them one across from that, one here, and one here. So when you get that, you're gonna do this algorithm right here. R, U2, R prime. U prime, R, U prime, R prime. And that will solve the orange side. And I know you're probably gonna need to just rewind the video. You can pause it, slow it down. You just gotta memorize them. So I'll show you that one more time. Okay, so here we got those going like that. So we're gonna do this algorithm, R, U2, R prime. So basically what you're doing, bring it up, go 2, back down. And then you're just gonna go like this. So that will get the next side. So now, this next case we have, it looks similar to that. Well, we have one orange piece, red still solved, one orange piece, and instead of it being across right there, it's gonna be right here in the different places. So when you have this case, which is this case right there, you are going to do this algorithm, but instead of putting the orange piece on top to the right side, upright, you're gonna put it on the bottom right, so you could see one of these pieces, and you're gonna do this algorithm. And it will solve. So I'll show you that one more time. So you could either do the top to left or right, because it's 2 moves, doesn't really matter. And yeah, let's show you the next case. So now that we got those two, where they go like that, and they go like that, I think we're gonna go to the next cases when we have 2 on top. So last time we had 1 on top. This time it's gonna be where we have 2 on top together. So sometimes you'll have 2 on top, and then these 2 will go out wide. Well, whenever you have something like headlights, we call them, where there's 2 together, like right, not on top, right there sticking out, you put the headlights to left. In this case, there's no headlight, so we're gonna put this bar we have to the right, and we're gonna do this algorithm. And it will solve. So I'll show you that one more time. So this is when you have 2 opposite of each other. So sometimes you'll have 2 like that and 2 opposite like that. So those 2 will both be orange. And then instead of headlights, we'll have them be like opposite for each other. You'll do the algorithm I just showed you. But for this case, when they're opposite of each other, diagonal, you're gonna put, there's 2 pieces right here. You're gonna put one facing you and one facing to the right side. So when you have this, you're gonna do this move. So that's the move when you have those 2 opposite from each other. I bet you already remember when we had our bar here and these were opposite. We did that one algorithm. Well, this time we have the headlights right here, both of them together facing that way. So we're gonna face the headlights that way and do this algorithm. It's very easy. We're gonna put the face up, R, U, R prime, U prime, and then face back. That one's pretty easy. It's just R, U, and then do it backwards. So yeah, that's that. So now sometimes you'll have these cases where there's none on top. I'll show you the algorithms for that. So sometimes you'll have headlights there and headlights here. And then another time, you'll have headlights like there, and then you'll have two opposite from each other. So when you have them two headlights across, you're gonna put it this way where you could split the headlights and do this algorithm. It's pretty easy. 2 up, 2 on the top. 1 up, 2 on the top, and 2. So that's a pretty easy algorithm. So now we have this case. We have headlights going this way, and then we have these two. Instead of headlights there, we have them across from each other. So when you have that, we're gonna do that same algorithm we did when we had the 2 up here and 2 here. Face up, R, U, then backwards. R prime, U prime. We're gonna do it one more time. R, U, R prime, U prime, and face back. So one more time for all the algorithms, this time a little faster. So when you have this case, you're gonna do this. When you have this case, or like that, put it here and do this. When you have this case, you're gonna do this. Okay, when you have this case, when you have this case, the 2 bar, and right there, you do this. When you have none on the top and the 2 bars like that, you could either go from here or here and do this. And finally, when you have one headlight bar right here and these two opposite, put the headlights to the left like always and do this. So now those are all the algorithms for the second side. So all you gotta do is remember that, and now you could do 2 sides. So basically, let's start over. We're gonna find the side that's closest to being solved. I don't think I mixed it up that much. Let me do it a little more. Okay, so we have red very close to being solved. We have green pretty close. So let's do green. So we're gonna put this up, and then we're gonna finish green off. And now blue, we have this case. So we're gonna do our algorithm. Now we have 2 sides. So now the next step is pretty fun. We're gonna look for these little bars on the side. So ignore the blue and green side, ignore the top and bottom. It doesn't matter if you're doing white or yellow, just only look at these sides right here. So there's a couple cases you could have. You're gonna look for bars. So like this isn't a bar because the colors aren't matched. But here there's a bar because we have matching colors. So tell me if you see more bars. Well, we don't have any here. We have one going this way, but that's not a bar. We gotta have it going this way. So we don't have any bars here. We have 1 bar here and 1 bar here. If you have 2 bars, you're going to put them on the same side like that. And you're gonna do this algorithm. So now if you have just 1 bar, as you see I have no bars except this, you are going to do this algorithm. If you have no bars, like this, or it could look like that, or like this. If you have no bars, it could be in any of these positions. Basically what you're gonna do is really easy. The right 2, the face 2, and the right 2. So you could also do like you could do 2, spin it, 2, 2. So you're just doing 2 moves. So yeah, what I like to do is I just spin, rotate, spin, rotate, spin, rotate. It's pretty fast. So those are your cases for the end. You got the no bars, easy. And then you got 1 bar. Put it on the top. I forgot to say that. So you don't want your 1 bar on the bottom. You want it to be on the top. So now you also got your 2 bars, which I showed you the algorithms for that. I will show you those last 3 algorithms again, but there's 2 more long algorithms right here we gotta learn. These are some of the really hard ones. So I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, I'm going to show you guys these algorithms. They're pretty long, so yeah, I would just write it down on paper and eventually you'll get it. So here's the first one. So you solve your blue and green side or whatever side you're doing. Well, you see one bar here and there's like the whole side is solved. So you don't have just like one bar here. Like whole side is solved here and then you have another bar here. Well, when this happens, all you gotta do is switch those two pieces. So everything's solved, but you gotta switch two pieces. So the algorithm for that is right here. I'll show you. So it's a pretty long algorithm. You just gotta either watch the video a lot of times or I think it's best to write it on paper like I did and every day just pick like, let's see, those moves. Just go and pick those moves, memorize them. So, well, we have RU, R prime, U prime. So that's the RU, R prime, U prime. Pretty easy, just remember those moves. Now next we got R prime, F. So R prime, F. So now let's do that together. So this move, R prime, F. So now we go up to, so yeah, it's pretty fun memorizing them, but sometimes stressful because they're long. So yeah, that's the first algorithm when you need to just swap the two pieces. And now I'll show you the next algorithm. So here's the last algorithm. You solve your two sides. I did red and blue this time. Red and orange this time. And you have a whole side solved like last time. Except on top, instead of you just having to switch two pieces and you have a bar right here, well, like the top isn't solved. You don't have any bars. So in this case, you could go from any angle. I'll just go from this angle. And you're gonna do this algorithm right here. So yeah, I know it's pretty long. I thought I would never memorize it, but yeah, it's not too hard. Like I've memorized some pretty long algorithms, like 4x4 parity. That's a pretty long algorithm. And I just think it's best every day, go practice it on a paper or your phone, and you'll definitely get it pretty soon. So now I said I would show you these algorithms again, so let me show you. So when you're doing your two sides, when we have two bars, put them together, the two bars, and do this algorithm. So now when you have no bars, you probably already memorized this one. You either got that, or that, or that. So it's two spins. Now when you got one bar, you're gonna put the one bar on the top side and you're going to do this algorithm. And there you go. So that's all the algorithms for the 2x2 Ortega method. So just memorize all those and it will be really fun. So now I'm gonna mix it up. I will do a couple solves for you guys. This thing gets stuck a lot. Okay, so now that we're all mixed up, we are going to find what's closest to being solved. So we got green right here. Finish green off. Blue, let's solve blue. And in this case, we got one. So put it on top. And there we go. See, I just did it in probably 10 seconds. And I wasn't even trying that hard. So it's very fun once you can do it fast. It's so worth it to learn it, even if you have to memorize a lot. But yeah, I hope you love this tutorial. And stay tuned to see me open a 15x15 Rubik's Cube, because that will be really fun. And yeah, let's do one quick race. So yeah, let's see how fast you guys could go. Ready? And go. Oh no, wrong angle. I messed up badly. Aw. Well, yeah, there's our race. And remember, if you want a good 2x2, a good brand is GAN. You could look up GAN. They're a really good brand. And yeah, also with the 15 by 15 Rubik's Cube I will get, I'm gonna be doing a really cool pattern called the super flip pattern. It looks like this. I did it on my 7 by 7. You flip every edge, but on the 15 by 15, it will look a lot cooler. It does take a while, but yeah, stay tuned for that too. Oh yeah, and I forgot. Oh no, I dropped my 7 by 7. Oh well. Anyway, I gotta teach you guys how to disassemble the Rubik's Cube. Let's do it. So to start off, if you have like the slow-moving normal Rubik's brand Rubik's Cube, I don't think you could take those apart, so I wouldn't try. But if you have any kind of like speed cube, if you have a GAN cube, this next cube right here, a Moyo cube, any of those nice cubes, I guarantee you can do it. So this is how you're gonna do it. You have your edges right here and corners. So you're gonna just take any edge and you're going to put it on a corner. I mean another edge like that. So you could take any edge you want. So let's take this edge right here. And we're just gonna move it at this angle right here. So now that it's at that angle, you're basically gonna open it up like that and put your thumb under there. Here, you're gonna put your finger like that, so you could hold the edge just like that. And no, it's not wrecking your cube when you're going like this. Uh-oh. I mean, mine I've already taken apart, so yeah, you could definitely take yours apart too. And yeah, a lot of people think it's like wrecking your cube to twist a corner. Like maybe if you don't have that nice of a cube, it might be wrecking it, but it's not wrecking it to twist a corner like if you're just like that. Because Rubik's Cubes are like made to go like this. You could look in them. Most of them are. So anyway, you're gonna get your edge, put your thumb under, grab it. Now you're just gonna kind of pull and twist. So twist and pull, and it will come out. And never lose pieces, because you won't find them again. And from here on, you could kind of pull out all the pieces. So keep it like that. You're just gonna easily take out this corner, take out that corner. So once you got that, if you just want to adjust how fast it turns, don't take out anymore. All you're gonna do is get this cap. You're gonna take the cap off, and this screw, if you screw it tight, it will be hard to turn. But if you screw it really loose, it will be easier to turn. So if you want to do that, you could do it on basically any cube. Just take off the cap, and you could screw it in, or sometimes GAN, they have a tool you can screw it with. Pretty cool. But if you just want to take it apart and clean it, this is how. So once you take out these 3 pieces, you could basically take out more and more. And from here on, once you get like the whole top side, it gets really easy because all you have to do is just kind of grab them and they'll come out, see? So like, you could just kind of go like this. And did I drop a piece? Yeah, I dropped a piece. Let me quickly get it. Whew, I got it. Okay. Anyway, oh, I almost dropped it again. Okay, so yeah, it's really easy. Once you get it like this, you could just kind of pull out all the pieces. Whoa, like that. So now you have all your pieces right here. And I'm obviously going to show you how to put it back together. So let's make sure all our caps are on tight. But like, see how this blue sticks up a little? I screwed it really loose here, so it makes the cube extra fast. And you can unscrew them like right here. I don't have a screwdriver with me, but if you want this piece, actually I could probably do it with my hands right now. You could unscrew this piece and you could take apart this part in the middle, like make the spring different or something. Anyway, if you ever want to prank your friends, all you gotta do is take off the cap, like just take off one cap, unscrew the screw, and put the cap back on. The cube will look normal, but when they try to solve it, it will break apart, and it's pretty funny, but yeah, you can put it back together. It's fun taking it apart because you could clean each piece. So how I like to clean it, get a paper towel or a cloth or something and scrub each piece very well and then dry them off. And now this is how you put it back together. I like to start with the edge. So we're gonna let's find 2 middles, green and orange, next to each other. And now we're gonna find the edge piece with green and orange on it. Well, here it is. And now we're just gonna put it in like that. And remember, while you're building it, it's sometimes kind of hard because like you could easily take them back out. So you gotta be gentle with the cube. Now we're gonna find the edge next to this. which is green and yellow. So green and yellow is right here. We're gonna put it in right here. There we go. Now we're gonna find, let's do the corner in between those. So orange, yellow, and green. Orange, yellow, and green is right here. So you can maybe try putting it from the bottom and sliding it up, or no? Let's see. Why don't we try moving that out of the way a little? Put it in. And now this piece came out. So yeah, it's pretty easy to put it together. You basically just put on all the pieces. So I'll keep doing it though. Yeah, the first couple pieces are the hardest. But yeah, let's keep going. So red and green. Well, white and green is right here. So I'll put this in. And here we go. Uh-oh, it's about to fall apart. Okay. I twisted it a little. Okay. Uh-oh, a little piece fell out. Let's twist it back. So you just gotta be really gentle and hold all the pieces together or they'll fall out. And the more pieces you put in, the easier it gets because they get more tight together. So see how right now it's really hard to put them in? So what I like to do is you basically gotta hold every piece together. So like I'll put this first piece in. And you could try different things. Like let's try putting in a corner next. So we'll put in the corner. Now we're gonna hold it together. And now orange and yellow. Let's find that right here. We're gonna put that in. And just start making a little chunk like this. And see, it's already a little better. Now green and yellow right here. When you're putting it in, be very careful. See, now it's like a little 2x2 Rubik's Cube. But see, now it won't fall apart as easily, but it still will if you like squish it. So just be gentle with the cube, and the more you put in, the easier and easier it gets until the very end it's back to normal. So, uh-oh. I should have screwed that a little tighter. So now let's put in the corner right here. We got orange, blue, and yellow. Is it right here? Yeah, here it is. So let's do this. Okay, there we go. It's pretty loose still. So let's do blue and yellow. Here we go. Now we got like a little tower cube. Now let's go on to here. And you could basically guess which pieces to do. You don't have to do it exactly like me. I'm just doing whatever. And it's pretty easy. You just gotta put all the pieces back in and just hold it together while you do it. So I got that piece. And now it's just getting easier and easier. So I could just put one more piece in. And now let's find this corner piece that goes right here. It's right here. Okay. Now let's put a green and red piece in. Now we got 2/3 of the cube in. The last part is probably the easiest part. Except for the very last piece, it might be a little harder. So let's put one piece in. Ooh, this one's a little tricky to put in. Yeah, sometimes you gotta put them in like really sideways and then put it in. But why won't it go in? Okay, there we go. Let's put that cap back on. Okay, so now from here I like to do a corner piece next. So, and these are still pretty loose, so you gotta be careful with them. And you're gonna be putting in like the last 3 pieces and you're gonna be like, what? I'm down to the last 3 pieces. Shouldn't it be getting a lot tighter? And yes, it kind of like stays loose until you put the very last piece in. So now I'm just gonna put this piece in. Let's slide it over. So now the next piece is white and green. We'll put white and green in next. Okay, there we go. And you gotta be gentle and patient. And now let's do an edge piece first, right here. Oh, I don't want to break it again. Okay, so now we got this corner piece. Let's just do all the edges first, just to get it more stable. Now this corner piece, I'm just gonna flatten the cube out a little, make it look a little better. This corner piece we're gonna put in. which I might have put in a little too far. Okay, now we're gonna put in this piece right here. And it's still really loose right now, but once you put in the last piece, it will magically knock it loose. Now, you could be rough with it again, see? And sometimes, if you be too rough, it could just break like that. So, what you wanna do after taking it apart is just kind of go like this, make it feel good again, and don't be too rough with it because you don't wanna break it again. And yeah, it's really fun taking it apart too. And tips for putting in your last corner piece, there's hardly any space in there as you could see. So what I like to do is I grab the corner right there. I just kind of dig it in. You could maybe even pull them kind of apart and just get the corner in there and it will kind of go in like that and just push it in. And now just go like this, make it flat again. Make sure it's still good. And if you ever need to just take off the caps, you could actually do that without taking out pieces. So you could just go like this. Just be careful with it and take off the cap. So you don't need to take out pieces, but if you do, just take out like this piece right here. Like just take out like one piece and take out another piece or three and then do the cap. It's just a lot easier, but you don't have to. And if you think your Rubik's Cube could be taken apart, you could do that. But if you try to take out this first edge piece and it won't come out and it's like really hard to take out, I just wouldn't try. And I just look up if that type of cube could be taken apart first because you don't want to break your cube and not be able to put it together. So I hope you loved learning 2x2 Ortega method and how to take apart your Rubik's Cube. And this video was really fun. Please subscribe and yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.